Hello students of Primary 4. Here we are again on Unit 3, Part 2, Why are plants green? We are going to start by Lesson 4, which is about Lucas and his farm. Lucas lives on a farm in the United States. It's a very special farm. 40 years ago, the land was very dry. There was no farm. No one wanted to live there. Lucas's grandparents lived in the city, but they didn't like it. They didn't like the polluted air and the noise. They wanted to have a farm, so they decided to buy some land. At first, life was very difficult. They worked very hard and they planted millions of seeds. They used rainwater to water the seeds. They needed about 1 billion liters of water a year. They grew many fruits like oranges and lemons. They brought animals to the land. They planted trees and flowers. Today, Lucas lives on the farm with his mom and dad. They are very happy and they have a good life. They are very proud of Lucas's grandparents. They used plants to make the land green. So, Lucas. Now, after reading the text, let's answer some questions. What did they use to water the seeds? Remember, were they beside a river or a lake? How did they get water? They used rainwater to water the seeds. How did Lucas's grandparents change the land? Let's think together. When they came to take this land, was the land green? Was it full of plants and crops? No. They planted trees and flowers. They grew many fruits and brought animals to the land. They changed the land completely. Right, true, or false? Number 1. Lucas lives on a farm in France. False. He doesn't live on a farm in France. He lives on a farm in the United States of America. Number 2. There is polluted air in the city. Yes, this is true. Lucas's parents wanted to leave the city because it was noisy and polluted. Number 3. 40 years ago, the land was very dry. Yes, when his grandparents bought the land, it was very dry and they changed it into a farm. At first, life was difficult. Yes, they had a difficult life until they grew many fruits and brought many animals to the land. Here we come to the pronunciation part. The letters SL make the sound sl, sl. So picture number 1, sleep, sleep. Picture number 2, slice, slice. Number 3, slippers, slippers. The letters SW make the sound sw, sw. So the first picture is sweep, sweep. Switch, switch. Sweets, sweets. Swan, swan. Swim, swim. Let's talk about the suffix full. The suffix is a letter or a group of letters added to the end of the word to make a new word. Full is a suffix meaning full of. So care, we have to take care of each other. I say this person is careful. He is full of care. He takes care of himself and for everybody around him. Help, helpful. He helps everybody, so he is a helpful person. Color, colorful. This is a very colorful t-shirt. It's full of colors. Use, useful. This is a useful device. I can make many things using this device. Beauty, beautiful. This is a beautiful dress. This is a beautiful girl. In the last example of beauty and beautiful, the word beauty ended with a Y, so we had to change the Y into an I before adding the FUL. And on the other hand, we have many words ending with FUL as examples. In these two lessons, we're going to talk about the life stages of a sunflower. First, you plant the sunflower seed in soil. You put it in sunlight and water it. So as you remember from the beginning of this unit, we said that in order to plant a new plant, you need the seed of this plant. You put it in the soil and you water it in a sunny place so it can take the water, the sunlight, and the carbon dioxide to form its food. Next, the seed germinates and it starts to grow the roots under the soil. After that, the shoot starts to grow above the soil. It grows leaves and it gets taller. After 14 months, the sunflower opens and faces the sun. Finally, the sunflower dies and drops its seeds, and the process begins again. The seeds need water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight to germinate into the shoot. The shoot gets taller, it grows leaves, and then flowers, and so on. Papyrus. Papyrus is a very special plant. It is famous because ancient Egyptians used papyrus to make paper. They also made sandals and baskets from papyrus. Papyrus needs a lot of water and warm weather to grow quickly. It grows in the Nile Delta near the river. Now let's move on to some exercises. Rearrange the following. Number 1. Delta papyrus Nile grows in the. Papyrus grows in the Nile Delta. Full stop. Number 2. The need does plant what? And we have a question mark, so this is a question that starts with what. What does the plant need? Number 3. Put plant sunlight the in we. Let's start by we. We put the plant in the sunlight. Now let's read a story, a non-fiction story about where does chocolate come from. People in Mexico were the first to make chocolate about 1,000 years ago. Spanish people brought chocolate to Europe in the 15s. Now people make chocolate all around the world. Do you know where chocolate comes from? It comes from the cacao tree. Today, most cacao comes from trees which grow in Africa. Farmers plant cacao seeds in the soil. The seeds need water and sunshine. The plants grow taller. The fruits of the cacao tree are called pods. When the pods are ready, the farmers open them and dry them in the sun. The farmers roast the cacao beans in an oven. They take out the seeds. The cacao seeds go to a factory. In the factory, the workers add sugar and milk. Then they press it down to make a bar of chocolate. Then it's yummy to eat.